I really miss this. I really miss this. Happy Friday, Ranger Nation. You made it another week. Welcome to the Ranger Weekend Review. It's a show that goes over everything that happened in your world of Power Rangers and Tokusatsu. Rangers, check, Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman. We're covering it all this week with main big stories in Power Rangers with the merchandise Lightning Collection update with that, as well as another show coming to YouTube in the world of Kamen Rider. Lots of figures and stuff coming out, especially with Rider. So no dillying, no dallying. I miss this so much. Grab a drink, guys. Kick back and relax, because the Ranger Weekend Review starting right now. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'm Ranger Liz. I really like Power Rangers, Toku, and about anything with spandex suits. So if you are new, follow along on the headers up there, and then I will have it all broken down below so you can just skip ahead to the sections that you want to follow along with. Thanks. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz, right? Right. Let's just get straight to it with Power Ranger news. After only 5 episodes of Dino Thunder, it is now Jungle Fury's turn to be put on the Power Rangers YouTube channel. Of course, when they first posted it, it was listed as Jungle Force, which, I get it, Mystic Force, I don't know, Mega Force, Jungle Force, it makes sense. It's just one of those, like, kind of things. Oh well, at least it's up there, but still with up there, there's a bajillion commercials, and they still don't have the end credit, so if you actually wanted to know who's in the episode, you won't, because they don't have the credit, so it's a whole thing, but whatever. In the world of Dino Fury, nothing really happening this week. No movie news. It's weird if we do have movie news, but I still have the category, just in case. Nothing in the world of comics this week as well, but in gaming news, how about this? Jungle Fury, where Jungle Fury is coming to Legacy Wars. It's going to be Dom, the White Rhino Ranger, Dominic. I just say I don't want to call him Dom. I don't even watch Fast and the Furious movies, but Rhino Morpher Initiate, there he goes. He's going to be epic, and from what I've seen, it wasn't like confirmed by the company, but somebody in the comments said he was an attacker, so probably take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But yeah, Legacy Wars is still getting another new character. It's about every month, I guess, they do get a new character, and I'm glad that it's a game that they still haven't given up on. If you follow them on Twitter, they do polls. Usually at least once a month they do a poll of like what you want the challenge to be, and seem to be interacting with fans, so there you go. That's, I mean, 4 years or 3 years, whatever, on a video game like that. I'm glad to see it still going. Let's look, merch news. There's a little bit of stuff I didn't talk about last week for Dino Fury, so I just kind of wanted to bring this up. But these were a little more info on stuff that's going to be coming out in August. So we did get the Zords, and this thing, the T-Rex Battle Attacker, which looks really cool. All of them going to be in August. The Sword, I believe, is slightly smaller, and again, this is, I'm just seeing the chatter online, but it's probably a little smaller than the Beast X Sword, which I actually have down here very quick. This is my protection, okay? Don't break into my house. This is what I have downstairs. Anywho, it's probably a little smaller than this. This thing, though, is good size. I mean, I really just like it, and sometimes, yes, I swing it around, but shh, don't tell people that, right? I swing swords around like a small child in my studio. No one ever does that, right? Anywho, yeah, so Sword, T-Rex Battle Attacker, Zords, and this helmet mask. It does say it takes batteries, so that looks pretty fun. All of these are going to be coming out in August, so I mean, look for them even in, you know, July, early July, if things start trickling out. Target has just been the place since Dino Furies, or even for a while, is where you're pretty much finding everything. Walmart is just a graveyard, so go to Target if you want to try to find yourself some Power Ranger toys. But now we get to talk about the Lightning Collection. Yeah, fun stuff with this. First off, there's a new updated list. Thank you so much to Josh, Lightning Fig PR, for always keeping this thing updated. If you want it, I always keep it as like just a chart where I can kind of know what things are going to be coming out with the Lightning Collection. So take a look, give it a save. Thank you so much for getting all of this, and he even has the UPC numbers if they are known. Yeah, great resource if you're a big fan of the Lightning Collection. But some other big stuff that just came out. It's like a jet flying over my house. Sheesh. Anyway, where was I? Lightning Collection Wave 10 has now been found in the Walmart system. So if you look at this before, it's going to be an In Space figure. Don't know what, we just know it's going to be from the series In Space, and then we have another figure that we just know is going to be green. We do not know what VEL means yet. The other two figures rounding out are going to be Zeo Yellow and In Space Pink. I think that's great. And just, I mean, in general, like, Nikita Burst, so she does conventions all the time and stuff. Like, Zeo Yellow, that figure's gonna, yeah, you're gonna be seeing it in a lot of places, and cool. I can't wait to see the hair, like what hair they're gonna give her. I've heard some story, like Nikia said, about how like they couldn't get her hair right and whatever. Yeah, so anywho, that was a really random story about it, but those are the figures that are gonna be coming out for Wave 10. If you wanted to go ahead and take a look at the rest of this list on here, it's going to talk about the monsters, to where they may even be delayed a little bit, the Versus 2-packs, and everything. Just take a look at this beautiful chart. However, Wave 9 is not on this chart because it's been found! That's right, it has been found on a Target store in Massachusetts. Thank you so much to Cliva McVicker for finding it, taking some pictures, posting them on Twitter and on Facebook for everyone to see, so we can get a look at the next wave of figures that you're going to be getting. Let me know, have you pre-ordered it already, or are you one of those, I'm just going to see if I can find it in stores? I know for me and a lot of people, it's like, well, I pre-ordered it, but if I find it in the store, you know what I mean? You're like, I'll just get it that way. But if you do want to help support the channel, you can pre-order it on Amazon if you want to do it that way. And yeah, help support the channel for free just by ordering stuff on Amazon. Anyway, but if you want to take way more looks at these images, 3 or 4 pictures for each figure have been posted. Again, thank you, Cliva McVicker, for posting all of them. Wave 9, woo! I've got Bridge and a Tango Warrior pre-ordered. That's about it. That was about, I'm actually thinking about downsizing a little bit some of my collection. I'm just feeling very like, I don't need this. I don't need, like, focus on what I have, right? I watching some Peter McKinnon videos about minimalism, and so I'm all sorts of all over. Man, am I sure that I missed editing these recorded ones where I just talk to myself like this? That's fine. I have a little bit of convention news this week. How about Power Morphicon Online is going to be happening June 19th through 20th. So you got your day, write it on down, and they have announced their first 2 guests. First 2 guests for PMC Online is Aaron Cahill and Roger Velasco. According to Power Morphicon, this is going to be a free event. Maybe if you already had a membership, maybe you'll get like something else, because I don't know. I hadn't bought tickets or whatever, but I know people definitely had already bought their tickets for Power Morphicon, and then it's postponed. It's like, well, we're going to do a virtual one, and then it's going to get postponed. And now we're still going to have the live show in 2022. I don't know. I don't know if you get any extra perks or anything if you have a ticket, but according to PMC, it's going to be a free event on YouTube. So take a look and give them a follow, ask them questions. I mean, if you have any more specific questions, go ahead and ask them. But it is going to be in June. But don't forget, if they're going to have PMC in 2022, that's going to be August 25th through 28th. Still going to be in Anaheim, California. Turn your subtitles on. It's time to move to Tokusatsu news. This week, big thing. Toku Shoutsu, who you know, they've got a channel on Pluto TV. You can go watch Kamen Rider and Ultraman and Super Sentai, and now you can do it pretty much wherever you want because they have a Twitch channel. Yeah! Every day they are streaming. I'm gonna have a little chart up there. This is what this week's was, so I mean, it doesn't necessarily reflect what next week's gonna be, but it does give you an idea about what you're going to be seeing on it. They're doing, what was it, like 3 different Ultraman, 2 Riders, 2 Sentai. This is just fun. I popped it on last night. I was just like, dude, you guys doing something else? And I just popped it on, and I was watching a random 20 minutes of Ultraman. It felt like 20 minutes, and I still didn't see Ultraman. I don't know, there was some slime and it's like a police. I'm like, I think I'm watching a police drama. I'm not really sure what's going on. In theory, it was Ultraman, but I watched it for a while. I will have a link to Shoutsu below. Woo! I love, just tell me 5-10 years ago we're gonna have a streaming channel dedicated to old school Ultraman. Ha! I love it. I love it. How about, you know what else I'm loving? I'm loving some Kamen Rider Saber. After that low, I love that I'm not hating it, let's put it that way. But it is gonna have a crossover with Ghost. But why? It's gonna be for the Toei Tokusatsu fan club, Kamen Rider Saber, Ghost crossover. It's gonna take place after the events of the Ghost Rebirth Spectre film. But apparently the head writer wrote Saber and Ghost, so there we go. It's set to premiere May 23rd at 10 a.m. Japan time over on the Toei Tokusatsu fan club. And since Ghost is celebrating its 5th anniversary, they've also put up the first 12 episodes of Kamen Rider Ghost on there, and it's, I don't know, I need to look more into the Toei Tokusatsu fan club. Can I even join? Let's talk a few figures, right? Some new SH figures that are going to be coming out. How about X-Swordman from Saber? He's going to be an October release, but a premium Bandai Web exclusive if you want it. 7,700 yen. Again, October release. The Swordsman, what happened to Yuri? I haven't, okay, so to be fair, I have not watched this week's episode. I'm hoping to get to it maybe tomorrow, but really, I'm like, he's going to look for Bonjour Boy, and I don't know, I forget about him sometimes. Yeah, that guy, 77,000 yen. No, don't pay that. 7,700 yen, set for an October release. Pre-orders don't start though until you know what? Carry the 3. They're out. They're going right now. How about some 01 news about Eden? That one's going to be 7,100, set for an October release. Also, pre-orders have already started. It's going to come with the 1000 Jacker, the countdown display parts, and another key, hands, yada yada. So this is Eden. If you want to watch some Decade, what is the world of people uploading all this stuff to YouTube? If you want, Kamen Rider X and Decade now have their first episode are legally streaming on YouTube. It's crazy. Apparently, they're all subsidized by JLOD funding from the Ministry of Economic Trade and Industry of Japan. I don't care how who pays for it. I'm just, arigato! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what else I used to love and I haven't done in a long time is just talk about some rumors. So I'm just going to talk real quick about some Kamen Rider rumors. Take it all with a grain of salt. It comes from Matt Hunt. But if you're like me and you at least like kind of following, I do it for fun. I don't obsess over it. I know some people do. I just laugh and I go, maybe, you know. Okay, here we go. Get your salt shakers ready. The series is rumored to be called Kamen Rider Victory, with the trademark expected later this month. The motif is sports plus spies. That sounds fun. The belt is supposed to be very large, and you install 2 types of gimmick items to transform. This is called a long change. The belt is supersized. Yep. Kamen Rider coming to America confirmed. The main rider and second rider start as enemies, but are forced to work together against a common threat. That's honestly like a 50-50 shot if that's coming true or not, because that's about anyone. And then series premieres in September, which also is like, okay. But yeah, Kamen Rider Victory, sports, and spies. It's just fun. It could be alright, it could be all wrong. It could be like a wizard spinoff for all I know, but I give a chuckle, maybe. We'll see. We'll see soon. The next month or so, we probably will be getting the trademark for the next Kamen Rider series. So if you haven't already, hit the bell notification so you'll be alerted whenever that happens. Let's talk about some Sentai news. Welcome to Kaiser. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. I love it. The food, everything about it, they're like, we like the Go Kaisers, so we stole their design. Like, what's the most piratey thing you possibly can do? Just steal it. I'll take it. Really loved their first episode that he and his sister were in, so looking way more forward to that. if you want to keep track of gears and teams and whatever, there's a really cool picture, like poster, that thanks to Tavion Jackson for posting it on Twitter so I could kind of gank it and then shoot it over to you. But this is kind of helpful, so I just wanted to make sure you guys had access to it in case you wanted to be able to use it. Let's move over to Ultraman news. Ultraman Z! No, Ultraman Trigger. No, we don't have any Trigger news this week. Ultraman Z! Okay, the Defo Real Z Alpha Edge has had its official images revealed. Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 6,600 yen. October released. I love the Defo Real stuff. It stands for, like, deformed with real. They just, I don't know, they look adorable. But then again, I think Z Alpha Edge just kind of looks adorable. Anyway, I want to give him hugs. I'm sorry, Ruto, I didn't mean to cover his ears. Oh, jeez, I don't even know anymore. Thanks to my Patreons for helping make this and all videos possible. Really appreciate it. If you want to learn more, check out the link at the end, or you could also look into memberships on the YouTube channel. I just am so happy to be back this week. Oh my gosh, lots of fun Lightning Collection news. Let me know what was your favorite thing that happened this week in the comments. And wow, I don't know how ask me in 5 hours from now how I feel when I'm editing all this. But right now, God, it just feels good. I miss this. It took me going to live, to seed, whatever, to get that itch out just to give it a shot. And I miss this so much. I missed hitting publish. Thank y'all so much for staying to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. My name is Ranger Liz, and if no one's told you today, you're awesome, and I love you. I'll see you at the next video. Toodles.